ask you this.
Oh, Jesus. Hate the way God, all right. Oh. When your friend keeps asking about your man.
Ooh, now is that girl code or that's a woman intuition right there? Cause
I'm very overprotective, so I'd just be like, "Why do you keep what is your mind your business?"
Okay,
so,
okay,
yeah.
girl code, y'all don't be asking about people mans like that's a little bit too much. Like what? Like who fucking who? Okay.
He's a lie, said I'm a drug star. I only ran away cause I fell hard. I could have took the pain, but I got scarred. It's like he hurt me cause I was involved. Want me to commit, but he went too far. He thought this was a race and lost this one. Love ain't a game, so I don't cheer for.
Welcome to Key to the Streets. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to have you. So, biggest question might be comical, but how long have you been singing?
I have been singing since I was 3 years old.
Okay, kind of early. So, what inspired you?
I grew up in a Christian family, so we just always went to church, and there was like one gospel song that I always knew, and every time I went to church, the pastor and my family, they'd all ask me to sing it, and then like that just persisted throughout the rest of my life, and I started learning new songs and joining praise teams and chorus in school, and yeah.
Okay. Is there any artists that you did collab with that you want to give a quick shout out?
I have some collabs with my sister Blanco, but those are not dropped yet. I want to drop though. I have some collaborations with Joey Blaze. I've also collabed with Little Ox Omega. I've also collabed with an artist named Kid. I don't know if that's it. That might be it. I'm not sure.
Okay. Now, I do recall you being on my timeline at one point singing. It seemed like you was kind of just doing random, just singing on top of a beat. And you went off the grid and you came back. What was the disappearance?
For a while, I wasn't really able to take my music very seriously because a lot of people didn't take me seriously, and I think that was more so because I didn't take myself serious. I didn't really start taking my music serious until about July 2020. Every time that I went to a studio, I would get free studio time and never finish a song. This one time I went to the studio in July 2020. I went finished the song that very night, and that was Lingerie. From that point forward, I just started doing shows, started doing more interviews, podcasts with people, meeting people through networking events, all that. So
okay. Well, I'm so glad that you came back to reality with that because your voice is amazing. So what song is it that got you stuck? Like, oh my God, I know I can't top that song.
I would say songs that aren't released yet.
Okay.
It's specific songs that aren't released yet. There's 2 recent songs that I have recorded that were more so like coming from the heart with me that I feel like are my 2 best songs that I've ever recorded, but they're not released yet. I'll probably be releasing them with my EP within the next month or so. But the only thing about my EP is it might not be EP, it might end up being an album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I see that you do a lot of gigs. Which one was the biggest, or which was the one that was the scariest for you?
Honestly, I feel like the scariest, the most nervous I've been performing was my first performance at Skewers for Culture Vibes with DJ R&B, and that was only because it was my first performance. But the other performances after that, it's like I feel like I was made for this type of lifestyle, so I haven't really been nervous. I can say that the biggest venue that I've done was when I went to downtown for Motorco for Carolina Waves, and I recently went to Raleigh at the Hive and did a show with Carolina Waves as well.
Okay, and I just seen that you just released a mini preview of a clip. It seems to be an episode. What are you doing? Like, what is your role?
Okay, so that is a show that my friend put me onto called Unpaved Roads, I believe. One of her friends is directing it, and they needed somebody to play a specific person in the show. Basically, I'm playing an undercover detective, and
Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. Okay. Now I definitely love that song that you released. Track Star, the Track Star remix.
Yeah.
How does it feel that you see a lot of women just felt what you felt through that song? Like, what?
I really didn't see. It was like a thing for me, because I heard it and I kept on seeing everybody making remixes, and one day I was sitting with a friend and I was just like, yo, I need to do a remix, and they're like, well, get to write it now, we can record it, you know, whenever you're done. I'm just like, say less. And then I just wrote it, and it was really just like a quick writing situation. And once I released the remix, I didn't expect to see people sending me videos of them crying listening to it.
That wasn't what you was expecting.
It wasn't what I was expecting. Like, and then I had to realize what I was saying in the lyrics, and I'm just like, oh, my bad, y'all.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. So as far as a female artist upcoming, what is a challenge for you? Like, I see a lot of women that don't collab with a lot of other women that is in the music. Is it a lot of cattiness or something, or?
Not really. I've known that coming up, because I'm originally from Jersey. When I moved to Durham, I was in a lot of stuff, and I just had to learn over the course of years to separate myself from certain things and certain people and certain types of vibes. So now I'm just teaching myself how to be able to tell when I'm around good vibes or not. So I want to collaborate with females. Like, there's this gospel artist that's starting to get some type of traction around the RDU area. She's a female artist that I hit up the other day about collaborating with, because I want some female collabs. But then again, the females that I reach out to are already basically on, and
But I mean, it seemed like you have a good follower base, so that wouldn't attract people to be like, okay, she must be doing something. Like,
when it comes to the music industry, followers don't mean anything. It all has to do with streams. So as long as my streams aren't as high as the people that I'm trying to collab with, they'll try to charge me an arm and a leg, or just deny my request altogether. So I just try to wait. I try to allow people to reach out to me instead of reaching out to other people.
okay. Okay, so it ain't key to the streets if I do not have a game in this session. So this is a part of the women empowerment, and I'm going to ask to you, what is the difference between girl code and a woman's intuition? That's a hard one.
I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly, I can't even answer that.
Okay, so how about this? I have a question, and I'm gonna see if you can deliberate whether if that's a girl code or that's just a woman intuition. Okay. When he comes home and take a shower before speaking, is that girl code? Like, let me call my girls about this and see how I feel, or is that a woman's intuition? Like, hold up, wait a minute, why? Let me smell your nuts. Let me, what's going on?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a both situation. Because even if I got women's intuition on it, I'm still going to call my females friends and see what they say about it.
Now, would you think like that? Like, just imagine him supposedly coming home from work and he runs straight into the shower. Like, when is it okay to not question that?
I mean, it all depends on the type of guy that you're dealing with, because you got guys that do work and do show that they work, and then you can tell, you know, that it's true that they work, so they might really just want to wash their butt. Or you got guys that be BSing and you know that they're BSing, and it's just like, okay, that's suspicious. So it all depends on the type of guy that you're dealing with, I guess.
Okay. Well, there we have it. A simple deliberation between girl code and women's intuition. So what I have is 2 balloons that the real Miss Conceited is going to have to pop and answer the questions that is in the balloon. I'm gonna pass you this.
Jesus. Hate the way God, all right. Oh. When your friend keeps asking about your man.
Ooh, now is that girl code or that's a woman intuition right there? Cause
I'm very overprotective, so I'd just be like, why do you keep what is your mind your business.
Okay.
So,
okay, girl code, y'all. Don't be asking about people mans. Like, that's a little bit too much. Like, what? Like, who fucking who? Okay. Next question.
phone face side down. Okay, wait. Honestly, like I said, it all depends on the type of person that you're dealing with, because I haven't. Well,
Uh-oh. Relapse. Hold up.
it all depends on who you're dealing with.
Okay.
It depends on what type of guy you're dealing with.
Okay. Me, I don't like the phone face down. Like, it doesn't capture my attention, but sometimes I'll be like, okay, don't you want to, why you got it like that for? Why are you doing that? Okay. All right. So there we go, y'all. The real Miss Conceited. Thank you so much. I appreciate your presence.
Thank you.
Y'all tune into the next episode. Bye-bye.